Joe? Are you there?
No offence, but you're not looking your best this morning, Frank.
Yeah, I had a run-in with Graham yesterday. He was just drunk as a skunk in the pub. I mean, he was totally out of control.
Yeah, he was in a foul mood. Said some horrible things about me.
So, Frank was defending your honour?
No, not exactly. Just a bit of bruising, and I'll be fine.
It was a good party. But looking at you, I'm glad I kicked the booze.
I'm not hungover.
It could have fooled me. You got a face like a wet weekend.
That's my mum. Last night I asked her to help me get some ideas together for entertainers for the wedding, you know. Thought it'd be a good idea to give her something else to think about.
Makes sense.
Well, except she's really throwing herself into it.
That's what you wanted, isn't it?
Not exactly. She's going mad with it. She's on about hiring out a trapeze act, and she's got other ideas as well.
Great.
I know. I can't say anything though, can I? She seems excited about it, and that's exactly what she needs right now, so... just gonna have to grin and bear it.
You look terrible. You okay?
I'm surprised you're showing your face in here after yesterday.
From what I've heard, I'm not sure I should be serving you.
Frank, I can only apologise for anything I said to you.
You did more than talk.
You mean you don't remember?
Sorry if my fundraising brought up a lot of stuff that upset people.
It's not your fault. I probably should have told you about how your mum died before. I was just waiting for the right time. Do you still want Lydia to come to the grave today?
Yeah, of course. I want to feel like she's part of the family now.
She'd be chuffed to hear that.
How are you feeling?
Oh, I'm fine. I told you, the hospital gave me a clean bill of health. Waste of time going, really.
Really sorry about what I did.
Stop apologising. You've got nothing to feel guilty about. You were just upset, I understand that.
Do you still want to come with us to Alice's grave this morning?
Do you still want me to?
I think Mum would like us all there.
Then I'd love to come along.
Glad that's all sorted. Right, I'm gonna go and get some flowers.
I'll be along in a minute. Is that the surgery? It's Lydia Hart. I was at the hospital yesterday and they asked me to fix an appointment. I'm hoping it's just a precaution, but an examination showed up something that they thought needed urgent investigation.
Another coffee, Black.
Coming up.
Oh. Look, I didn't find you yesterday after what you did.
What happened? I can't remember.
You said some stuff about Debbie and Sarah. You yelled at Chaz in the street, you grabbed her. She's pregnant, you know.
I'm deeply ashamed. Chaz, please accept my sincerest apologies.
Sorry, won't cut it. You're barred from my pub.
Just stay away from us, okay?
Doesn't look like Joe came home last night. Has anyone seen him?
He wasn't in here.
I saw him when I was after you. Told him about your little performance, said he was going to look for you. State you were in, better hope he didn't find you.
Are you making brekkie? Do it yourself. I've already had mine. Some of us have got work to do. Do you remember that thing called work? I called Dan in early. It's one of the perks of being the boss. Delegation. I don't reckon Kane would be impressed with that. Like I care what he thinks. So if you're not gracing the galleys with your presence, what are you up to today?
I don't know, but when I get my timetable, I'll whip it over to you, shall I? Mum?
Look, I know Rebecca leaving, it wasn't ideal, was it?
We've been through this. Why would I care about that?
OK. Look, I just thought you'd want to make a go of things at the garage. Look, it's a fresh start for you. You could make some proper money if you put your mind to it.
I'm not going to do that by being a grease monkey, am I? I might start investing my profits in some schemes, expand my portfolio.
What, you mean you're planning on doing something dodgy?
Why do you always think the worst of me?
Because I lied to the police for you. Look, I hope you're not thinking about doing anything stupid.
Oh, relax, bro, it's all good. Just need to brush up on my business skills, come up with some new ideas or something.
Yeah, well, before you start taking over the stock exchange, you need to understand there won't be any money unless you do some work.
You'll see. I'll just tell Kane to hand over some of the profits and then I'll be moving.
Yeah, well, you might get a short answer. But in the meantime, us workers, we've got some proper graft to get on with. Let's keep your nose clean, yeah?
Jack! Get away from me! You need help. Not from you, I don't. You're the one that did this to me. I was out of my head. I didn't know what I was doing. Like a wild animal. I'm sorry. Sorry? He's not going to cut it. You could have killed me. I'll do anything to make up for it. Leave me alone. I'm not sure you can make it on your own. We have to get you to hospital. I'm not going to hospital.
You have to. You need treatment.
They're going to ask me questions that you don't want answering. You're going to have to patch me up. I'm sure you've had plenty of practice on the battlefield. And after you've done that, we can talk about how I'm going to deal with you.
The flowers are beautiful.
Samson helped me find the daisies. They're Alice's favourite.
I'm sure she'd have loved them.
I hope so. Well, now she's looking down on us.
She'll be right proud of you.
Dad told me how you died, Mum. I hope you're at peace now.
Me and Samson will never forget you. I just wish he'd have got to know you better.
I would have done if it weren't for the cancer.
I'm sorry. I've got to go.
Was that my fault? Did I upset her again?
I don't think so. I don't know what that were about.
Should have stayed away.
You're saying this is my fault that you did this to me?
Of course not. I just can't shut the memories out when the anniversary comes around.
You've been on top of it ever since you started working for me. What changed?
It just got too much.
You know what happens when you start drinking, and yet you did it anyway. Even though it turns you into someone that I don't know, someone that I don't want to know. I persuaded Aunt Zoe that you were going to take care of me, and you were going to take care of yourself. You promised me that's what you were going to do.
And I've always tried to stick to that.
And then you let me down.
You can't pretend you've made things easy. You're no angel. I've turned a blind eye plenty of times to things you've done, and I've cleaned up the mess.
So what? That's what I pay you for.
It's never been about the money for me, and you know it.
Maybe the money is important, but the trust is. Now that I've seen what happens when you start drinking, how can I trust that you're not going to do this to me again?
I'm not making excuses, but we can make sure this never happens again.
How?
I'll book myself into a clinic or something. They'll make sure I get things sorted.
There isn't a clinic strong enough to keep you if you want to drink.
There's a place run by ex-squaddies. They're used to dealing with guys like me.
It still won't work unless you want it.
I do. I promise.
Just go, Graham. I don't know if I can ever trust you again.
I mean, Dr. Kavanagh's great. Lovely bedside manner and all. But it'd be nice to have a woman at the surgery. I'm glad you're sticking around. Are you going to do an excision biopsy now? Look,
The size and shape of the mole and the fact it's been itchy could be signs of melanoma.
I knew it.
But there could be other explanations, so they may be able to put your mind at rest.
I'm not that lucky.
I know it sounds scary, but even if it does turn out to be melanoma, the prognosis is really good with early treatment.
What if it's not early? Supposing it should have been spotted sooner.
Why don't you ask your partner to go to the appointment with you, give you some support?
I can't.
Do you not think he would be supportive?
Of course he would. Sam's a good man. But cancer took his wife from him, the mother of his son. The last thing I'd want is for him to hear this. I can't put him through that again.
If you're looking for Graham, I've told him to stay out of my way.
He did that to you. Why?
That's between Graham and I. I'll tell him you called.
No, hang on a minute. Look, I came up here to check on him. He looked terrible in the cafe. Is he okay?
It's not my problem.
Look, what he's done to you is inexcusable. But there must be something wrong. I mean, he's been sober for years. What's happened to him?
You mean he didn't tell you about his dead wife and child during your pillow talk? It was the anniversary of their death yesterday, which doesn't excuse his behaviour.
I had no idea. Look, I can see why you're angry at him.
Can you?
But try and look at the bigger picture. I mean, Graham won't admit it, but he obviously can't deal with this on his own.
Why do you care, all of a sudden? You trying to get back with him in some way through this? Because you're wasting your time.
Don't turn your back on him now. Or he'll drink himself into an early grave.
Well, he should have thought about that before he attacked me. The only person Graham truly cares about is himself.
You're wrong. He does care. Maybe not about me, but he cares about you, and you know it.
Maybe I believed that once. But not after all of this.
You're the only person that can help him, because you're the only person that he trusts. Don't turn him away now.
Hiya.
Where've you been?
I was worried when you hobbled off from graveyard.
I've just remembered a couple of things I'd not done at my cleaning job.
All sorted now.
Places like a new pin.
Great, 'cause we've got good news.
Yeah, me and Samson have been planning a picnic for tomorrow. Don't worry, we're going to get everything ready. It's our way of saying thanks for everything you're doing for us.
I'm not with Dad, mate. Sausage rolls and sarnies tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be a right feast.
Not sure I can make it tomorrow.
What date's good for you, then?
I'm not sure yet. I've got a few cleaning jobs I need to fit in, so I'll let you know when I've got it all fixed.
About time you turned up.
Why hasn't Dan finished that service? I told him to come in early.
Well, he did come in early, but I sent him on a call out so you can finish it.
I've got plans, thanks. Why is there no money in the petty cash?
Because you keep dipping into it.
I need some money.
Well, don't we all?
I'm entitled to my share, you know.
Your share of what? We're not making any profit.
Well, we need to start putting up the prices then.
No, we can't risk losing the punters we've already got. What we really need is for you to start pulling your weight like the rest of us. Look, I'm serious. You're expecting something for nothing. I'm not going to let you drag me down with you.
Let's not forget why we're in this situation, yeah? I'm your partner. It's not just money that I'm entitled to. It's a bit of respect.
You want respect? Earn it.
I've got deals in the pipeline. I'm going to turn this place around. Make more money than you ever dreamed of.
Yeah, all talk.
I've got plans. You'll see.
Come in.
Are you ready to talk now?
Depends on what you have to say.
I just want to put things right with you. How are you feeling?
Stupid question.
Guess so. I called the garage. They'll pick the car up and check it over.
Shall I pour you one?
No, thanks.
But you'd like one, wouldn't you? I can see it in your eyes.
Is this some kind of test?
I don't know, is it? Look at you. Even now, you can't trust yourself around it.
It was just a lapse. It won't happen again.
And what about when it becomes too much?
I can't say sorry enough. I know I need help with this. I can't risk getting out of control again, so I've decided to go to that clinic I told you about.
It's your life.
It's just the first step. I'm determined to win your trust back.
That might not be so easy.
I'll do whatever it takes.
Megan called round for you earlier.
What did she want?
She thinks you need help, not punishment.
I need both.
Don't play the martyr. That's how you got in this mess. Looking for a beating as some sort of twisted penance. There is no point in telling me how sorry you are. You'll probably be sorry again next year. And if it gets worse, I won't be alive to see it.
Trust me, a couple of weeks in this place, and it'll be like it never happened. I'll go and make the arrangements.
I thought she'd have been pleased about the picnic.
So did we.
Do you reckon she's still upset with me? Because of yesterday?
I thought we'd sorted all that out.
Well, I suppose it must be hard for her. She won't want to feel like she's treading on Alice's turf.
I'd not thought about it that way. I guess we'll have to make sure Lydia don't feel like that. It'll be all right, son.
Thanks, Dad.
Lydia's left her phone.
Yeah, she's just gone up for a bath.
Better check it. It might be urgent. You know that cleaning job she's been worrying about?
What's that all about? What does dermatology mean?
Has she said anything to you about me to go back to hospital?
No, not a word.
I think I might have left my phone down here.
Yeah. I reckon you just got a text. Anything important?
No, just confirming my cleaning times for tomorrow.
Give me one reason why I should ever trust you again.
Like I said, I've learned my lesson. I'm as shocked as you are what happened. I'm gonna get help.
And after you've left the clinic, and we're sitting in the pub, and that orange juice just doesn't quite cut it.
Chaz has barred me from the pub, and we can tell David not to serve me alcohol in the shop. Joe, I've been fine for years. You know me. You know this is just a blip.
So you've got all the bases covered then?
I just want to get back to doing a good job for you. Okay, I've made a big mistake. But you've got to admit, I've looked after you pretty well these last few years.
Yeah. You've dug me out of many a hole.
It's more than just a job to me. You're the only family I've got, really. Like a son.
And that's why this is so difficult. Because you're the closest thing that I've got to a father. And I've tried to see a way through this. The bottom line is I can't trust you anymore.
No, you're wrong.
I think it's best if you just go?
Absolutely. And I can guarantee this will never happen again. Couple of weeks, getting my head straight, and I'll be back to normal.
You misunderstand me. When you leave the clinic, I don't want you to come back. I'm sorry, Graham, but I've made up my mind. I can't get over this. I don't ever want to see you again.
We've new drama for you tonight as we head stateside. But can our ladies crack the case? The Bletchley Circle San Francisco continues at 9.